so tall.
Oh my lord!
Your weapon management, basically.
You know what I thought? Have any of you completed or at least played the Master Trials for the Master Sword? That is my favorite part of that game, as a whole.
The DLC.
My favorite part of the entire game was that, because it was very interesting, because you start with nothing every time and then you slowly gain more and more stuff. I think that Breath of the Wild's gameplay as a whole would work really, really well as a roguelike.
Well, and that's what, like I said, it's one of those things that I hope will be fixed in the second game. Because if I've known anything about Nintendo's, that their sequels tend to be so much better, just because they do actually learn what works and didn't.
Like some companies.
Yeah,
Sega.
I mean, just think of the Mario examples for that.
Yeah.
You know, like every subsequent, every subsequent 3D Mario, it not only adds but fixes quirks that the one before had. When it comes to
100%.
Or like they might change the formula like a little bit, but if it's a direct sequel, like let's say Mario Galaxy 2, you can tell me Mario Galaxy 1 is fantastic and is your favorite game of all time, but you can't look me in the eye and tell me Galaxy 2 is not the better game. In terms of just mechanically speaking, not story wise, not level design wise, just mechanically speaking.
But I mean, those should still be taken into an account. Like,
well, if you are reviewing the whole game, yes, but just mechanically speaking, I'd say Mario Galaxy 2 plays better and has some more interesting gimmicks on top of it. But as a whole experience, I think Mario Galaxy 1
exactly. Like I said,
out.
You can say it's your favorite game, but in terms of like what we're specifically talking about, that like fixes a lot of the gameplay issues that you might objectively have with one. It does its job, and that's what I hope will, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 will do.
And it looks like it is. One of my biggest issues with it, I say that a lot. One of the issues that I had with Breath of the Wild was that you got like 5 runes at the beginning, and the only ones that upgraded were your bombs, and I think stasis. But that just made it to where you can stasis
longer, which is just
longer and enemies, which was interesting. But Ice already does that.
It did.
So I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if there were other runes or maybe upgrades to your runes? Maybe you can do a thing where you have like an AoE effect that magnetizes a bunch of things around you, and instead of just one, or maybe you get like the
you
ability
can equip
to
different buffs to it. Of like,
like just different abilities using the same concept. Like, oh, I can pick up a box and I can just, instead of having to like drag it around, I just have it there and I can toss it. Like I can lock onto an enemy and throw it, or something like that. And it looks kind of like that's what Breath of the Wild 2 is doing in a different way, but a similar thing. It'd be cool to be like, oh, I can pick up a bunch of different items and toss them all at an enemy all at once, or some shit like that. Like, say you have a broken weapon, right? And you just hold it there while you're using another one, and then you just toss it while you're fighting normally. Just random stuff to make the game a little bit more interesting.
And mind you, this is specifically to like your type of group of players that will make it interesting. I'm sure that many people will be happy with just having like a copy of Breath of the Wild 1 into Breath of the Wild 2, maybe with like a few upgrades here and there.
Well, for lack of a better term, the normie type of players don't really think about that type of stuff.
Yeah, which is the ultimate like audience for Nintendo. They're not really trying to get, the hardcore artists. They just want to capture as many people as possible. So maybe they'll try a little bit harder with certain things, but they can laxatize.
Well, I know people did have issues with certain parts of the game, obviously. As a general thing, but Nintendo's been pretty good about being like, okay, we see that people have this issue, we'll try to make it more interesting. And I don't think as a whole that companies generally, I guess what would be the term, sacrifice like depth for just the normie crowd. I mean, I think they did that back in Skyward Sword, but I think that kind of broke the camel's back.
Yeah. Well, also remember there's such a thing as sacrificing and just what's it called? Intentionally making it play a certain way. So like for one of the things that I always tell people is just like, yeah, Pokemon games are not gonna always have that Pokemon follow me around mechanic, because in some cases it is a sacrifice. You know, in Black and White 2, you've upgraded the system. You have actual 3D renders, and to add an extra sprite following you around and then having to switch it with an extra 100+ sprites would be too much for the DS. If it was already too much for it in the Soul Silver area, when everything was still a sprite-based game with some 3D models, it was going to be too much for it in Black and White. Just flat.
I mean, it's still one of the things with basically any of the Pokemon games where, like, they didn't stretch themselves. You know, they all of them are like poorly optimized.
Very
like, you
much
know, with,
so, but it's also
with, like,
because the system itself is poorly optimized. Remember, it's very like low maintenance. You know.
I mean, there's plenty of games that look miles better than like any of the given Pokemon games, like on any system, literally any system.
I mean, I think wasn't Wario Land 4 a launch title for the Game Boy Advance? I don't know if it was. I know it was early on at least. And that game looks absolutely gorgeous. And I'm struggling to think of a good-looking DS game, but that's just because the DS games.
Also, I
really
do
weird.
like to remind you that the Pokemon team does consist of only 25 people currently. So,
I mean,
Jesus
but it shouldn't.
it shouldn't.
But
It
it shouldn't. You know,
It
Pokemon
really
is literally
fucking shouldn't.
The biggest, you know, it's literally the biggest thing.
It's the definition
and
of
it's
not
still-
spending money when you should.
Yeah, and it's still using the
They
smallest
should
team.
pay their workers better too, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Working conditions in the games industry being shit. Oh, tell me something they don't know.
Wow. Yeah, next you're gonna tell me, you know, fucking Nintendo does crunch. What?
Oh, what? No,
Oh.
no, Nintendo never. What are they, Bethesda? Just kidding. I feel like
Next, you're
Bethesda
gonna
at
tell
some
me
point,
that they hate their fans.
I feel like at some point Bethesda just stopped trying. It's just like, hey, look, we made Skyrim.
Skyrim, we spent
Did
10 fucking years re-releasing it.
Didn't they make a joke at
And
one
counting.
E3 that they were coming out with Skyrim for like a fucking fridge
yeah,
or something?
I think it was Amazon Alexa.
Yeah, it
Didn't they make like a whole a whole entire like commercial for it?
Coming soon to Etch-a-Sketch. Refrigerator.
As a joke?
I think so, yeah.
It's fucking great.
No, but it was real.
It's real.
I'm angry. I'm angry at the fact that that's real. Why do we randomly get long hair? Or is it just because our hair is always in a ponytail?
It's
Yeah,
always
it's
a
not
ponytail.
And then he.
Because he likes it, because he feels pretty.
He likes to
I mean,
be
my-
connected with a knot.
Norman Ramirez can do whatever he wants when he's not smoking weed with Kojima.
What? But he's always doing that.
No, not when. If.
Here,
If he's not smoking weed with Kojima.
for me.
True.
Oh
It's
goodness.
called a keeper.
Oh shit.
It means
It's called a Quipu.
You
Cupid.
can also use it to count stuff.
Nah, I have the volume down, so it just looked like I said Quipu.
Okay. Then how about I add another knot? every-
God damn. The furries are at it again.
He's a child. Don't say that.
No.
You better hope for a miracle if I ever see you around here again.
Here. Very
The
special.
point of last
Get 'em,
discussion
boys.
was just we're excited for the new Zelda game and we hope it's good.
And I'm an angry butthole who doesn't like Zelda.
Zelda is like the worst fucking series ever. I played every single one of them.
Oh no.
Says the guy that was just
Did you
like,
play
look at me,
the,
I'm
the
Zelda.
Warrior
And he's just
game?
cutting trees.
I forgot about that already. Actually,
most
Zelda
normal
is
Zelda
the
fan.
other.
The word.
Hey, I'm quoting you, so.
No, actually,
I said Link.
Actually, her name is Zelda's monster.
No, shut up.
I'll be honest, I saw that on Twitter like 30 minutes ago.
Oh my god,
Why
that's
did you-
beautiful. That's fucking gorgeous. Fucking hell.
We'll be
An
playing.
associate of Fragile Express.
Fragile.
Or Gile.
It must be Italian.
Unfortunately, though, Les Sado is French.
Fraggle Rock?
Ew, disgusting.
Oh my god. Damn Fraggle Rock!
Until Higgs fucked
I was not under the impression that anyone in this fucking call knew what Fraggle Rock was.
Dude, my mom used to call me that.
Oh,
What?
dang.
I've heard the name. I've heard the
She used to
name.
tell me that I had Fraggle Rock hair.
On your own.
What? I mean, there's one character in that show that had hair, and it was Kermit with a ginger haircut.
I don't know, man.
Port not CD.
Girl, it's not raining. Your fucking 3060 umbrella doesn't, you know. ain't
Stop
useful right now.
spinning it. I know you're just spinning it because you think it looks cool.
I'm
Stop.
overclocking it.
Why do you do these things?
RTX on.
RTX off.
Stop teleporting.
I have 8. You've got.
Have a
Oh,
beat.
so you know, remember how we were talking about how like everybody's colliding with purgatory or some bullshit in this game?
Yeah.
So she has her own purgatory that she can jump in or
I
out
can go after him.
of it, and it allows her to teleport basically anywhere in the world.
Everyone's got their own way in.
And it makes her cry because she's got allergies.
Yeah, she's allergic to it.
I'm sure
I can't see because the bit rate is really poor. Are her eyes red?
Yes.
Oh no.
Bloody
Well,
nose.
well, I'm recording on some high fidelity shit, so yes, you'll get to see the tears and everything.
blood dry.
Well, I seen the tears, but I didn't notice if her eyes are red. Whenever you get allergies that make you tear up, your eyes just go like blood red.
Yeah, they're always glossy too.
Full of terrorists.
Yeah, it's awful. It fucking sucks.
Yep, I know the feeling.
Then you're gonna
I
have
fu-
to-
I,
'Cause I get
ran out of
allergies
allergy
now.
meds.
20 fucking 7 years, and I've never had allergies until this year. It pisses me off.
Monsters and
Oh, don't worry. I know the
Wait,
exact
you're
same thing.
27?
Yeah,
I
you're
turned
27.
27 in 3 days. Oh, let's
Hell yeah.
Gotta do the birthday
Dude,
stuff.
dude, if you want some good allergy medication, Flonase is really good.
I could
You
send
put it in once and it lasts like a fucking week for no reason.
to any place the Chiralians.
And trust that Anthony has really bad allergies. There's times where he couldn't.
Yeah,
even-
horrible. And I had no allergies whatsoever at Evo. Like not the entire week.
I expect you
Nice.
to think it over.
It was nice.
Great.
Max, how
And
old
it
are
works
you?
really
Wait.
well.
Wait, Seuss, you're 27. You said like how
No,
many
28
months?
now.
Oh, 28. All right. I was like, I swear to fucking God, if I was older than you.
No, I'm gonna be 29 in November.
Okay.
I think everyone's older than Max here.
Yeah, more or less.
I mean, wait, Max, how old are you?
24 as of June.
What the fuck? I'm older than you?
How old are you?
He's a
I'm
baby
25.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy. He's a baby boy. Just a little baby.
I
Man,
don't feel like I'm
I'm the
supposed to be
oldest.
the second. Oh, right, beside or third oldest here.
Oh, actually, how old are you, Alonzo?
I'm 29.
There we go. So he's.
They're
the oldest.
29?
Yeah.
He's an
What
old
the
man
fuck,
now.
you old ass motherfucker?
You are.
I know,
He
right?
is literally your cousin. You should probably know that.
Yeah, dude. The
Dude,
fuck?
I don't even know how old I am. I just guessed.
The other day, I actually had struggled to remember how old I was. I'm like, okay, is it 26? 20,
Oh look, I can go.
28?
I can
If-
go back to the
You can
other
go to
place.
Capital Knot City. That's my favorite city.
Which means that at any point I can finish up this map, which I'm probably gonna do for this run. Cause,
Let's go.
Because I do need to like. Apparently, if you don't make the deliveries, they all get mad at you and leave like really passive aggressive messages.
Ah, because you said finishing up the map, I now want us to do a playthrough of what the fuck, Symphony of the Night.
Sure, you know.
I love that. I fucking love that
It's been
game.
a hot minute since I've played the game. See, look at all these. Don't keep
Oh, it's
the
the
others
fucking
waiting.
the fucking Half-Life 2 shit.
Like
That's
play with the
beautiful.
lambdas?
Half-Life 2 shit.
Like even with the lambdas, or do you mean because of the lambdas?
Yeah. You can find the companion cube at some point in this game.
Dance your cares away.
I remember there's that thing with
Worries
Wait,
for
is
another
this the
day.
God of War soundtrack? What the fuck? Let's go.
What?
God of War.
Oh!
I like it. He's just cut out.
Can you import your own music into this game?
Oh, that'd be so cool if I could.
You can. Well, the only reason I ask is because Metal Gear Solid 5 allows you to do that. Like whole ass, you can import
you
them
should
as
be able
MP3.
to. Like most PC games with like licensed soundtracks usually have a folder somewhere in your thing where you can just put in MP3s.
Also, Seuss,
Also, this
maybe
is
don't play
might want to
random.
mute this. This is totally gonna get us
Yeah.
like absolutely like
Yeah.
mega DMCA like so fast. That's why I'm continuing. Like, okay, you like. This is why I'm continuing to talk because you know you care. Oh baby, baby, baby. Oh, okay, we're done.
baby. Ah! Tommy,
Okay,
over that music. Tommy, put Hero by Nickelback, but make it a terrible MIDI on here, and then dude, he's wearing a trench coat.
You know he's up to something. Can you hear me?
You know what? He reminds me of the dad from Fallout 4, or was it 3? Which one was on? What was it on? Was it 3 that was on the 360?
Yes.
Okay, yes, then it was that one.
Fallout 3 is where you're looking for your dad. Fallout 4 is where you are the dad.
Sam.
Ah, yeah, so it was Fallout 3, because that's where you get a BB gun and you shoot, like, giant bugs.
Yeah.
I remember it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I love how we all skipped the skippable dialogue, because I did that for Kingdom Hearts, and I straight up got lost because I forgot where I was going. And we did like a whole episode of just me trying to figure out where the fuck to go.
Okay, Seuss, please, I need you to. Okay, good. You're recycling. I was gonna.
Yeah. No, I clicked private locker by accident.
It's good for the environment.
Or so they say.
Frees up space too.
Did you know carbon footprints were actually first made by BP?
I don't know what that is. What does that mean?
You know, like you've heard about the carbon footprints of like, you know, measuring how much carbon you use as a person and trying to reduce it.
Yeah, I don't know what BP is.
What was it? British Petroleum, is it? But point is, remember the BP oil spill where, like, what is it? A pipe underneath the water sent out like a couple million gallons of oil and like did irreversible damage to the Gulf of Mexico. That company developed the concept of the carbon footprint more just to levy the blame. Like, well, you guys should be the ones. You guys should be the ones, you know, saving the environment here. You know, well, what about you?
Peace.
You know. Yeah,
you know, the people who have
this quest, this one, the prescription medical delivery is hella fucked up in this game.
Why?
Apparently, because he's an asshole. The elder is just a dick. He lives up in the mountain. It's really hard to get to him, but he eventually comes around, right?
Yeah.
But you know, you don't know that. So you kind of just stop delivering to him because you're like, I got other better shit to do. I like Conan O'Brien hiding out over here. I'm gonna go visit him instead. But if you don't visit him, he actually dies because you
That's
stop
fucked
sending
up.
him his prescription medicine.
That's fucked up.
And so he leaves a letter for you if you don't keep delivering to him on time.
What does the letter say?
That like, you know, like I'm sorry and like this is probably not gonna reach you in time and all that jazz.
Oh,
that's very sad. That now I'm sad. Thanks. You're making people sad, Seuss.
You're welcome.
Seuss, please auto arrange your cargo.
Dude, I would love to optimize my current load.
Listen, if I could optimize my load, I would
just get me a dummy mommy and a pair of thick legs.
Listen, yes.
Optimal load situation. Then all I gotta do is block the overhead.
I just wish we could.
Move fast and quiet.
I just wish we could get on the fucking trucks already.
They catch you.
Why can't you?
Parents, reporters like you risk life and limb to try and keep our country together. And now their broken children carry on the work without any understanding of what it once meant.
See, they're locked.
It's a ritual to them.
It's bullshit.
The delivery. An insatiable addiction.
That's hilarious. Max. Maxie. Video games, they're fun.
Out of all the video games, this is definitely one of them.
This is one of the video games ever made. Let me tell you right now. This is one of the best video games. Fluff.
Have you ever played Mercenaries 3DS?
No, I
Okay,
haven't
no.
actually.
Don't.
I've heard good things about it,
Listen,
but you know, why would I do that if I have a console version of it?
Don't.
I mean, Leon's not in it somehow.
You're actually not wrong.
I don't. He was supposed to be DLC, but then they never made it.
Yeah, because the game is out.
And there he goes again.
My wrist. Oh, hey, Max.
Now Max has returned.
And I just
Oh, dude, shit! Tommy's playing.
Yeah,
fucking...
I watched it. I promise. Don't work.
Someone's playing Monster Hunter. Tommy blurt out Tommy's name. The other one, not that one. No, not that. The other one. Yes, thank you.
He's doing this bit, acting like Tommy's
don't like this is, there's gonna be no actual editing being done there.
Yeah.
And that's gonna make it more funny.